Hello and welcome to Bub's World. This is your host Bub, and I am going to take you through a short little stack of comics that I picked up from Golden Apple Comics. So I have not been picking up too many modern books lately. I've been kind of calming it down here the last month or so. I still got another convention to go, and then once con season's over, we'll get back into the big fun of picking up books all the time. So anyway, Golden Apple Comics. I have to give a shout out to Southern Comic Geek, Jason over at Southern Comic Geek. I don't remember if he tagged me in a post. I think he tagged me in a post, or he just posted something on Instagram about this first book that I'm going to show that I didn't know existed. It was a final order cutoff. And since I don't really follow those final order cutoffs too much, it's really helpful that for the people that do, that they post, hey, this is out there, go grab one. So I appreciate him. So big shout out to him. And it's what steamrolled the whole order, because you're not just going to ship one book, right? So anyway, let's make me small and get to the haul. Yo! All right, there you go. And this is going to be an all Adam Hughes haul for y'all. So hope you appreciate that. And first up, again, from Golden Apple Comics, thanks to Southern Comic Geek. And they have their little website and whatnot down there. Very, very good to deal with. And if you got over $100, I think it was, then it was free shipping, I think. But I didn't have that much. So first off, Gun Honey #1. And I have to say, not only is the cover absolutely beautiful, and I know some people were really into the Virgin variants. I guess that was like the bigger, book as far as the money book or whatever. But these are still available, which I'm shocked at. I didn't know when I ordered from Golden Apple Comics. It was a little confusing because they had in the site that you could have free shipping for multiple items. So I was like, well, I picked up a few books. So by the time they all came in on pre-order throughout the month of September, I figured I might qualify for free shipping. But I didn't hit the $100 mark. So then I didn't know what they were going to do. I'm like, man, I hope they don't just throw my books back on the shelf. I mean, surely they'll send me an invoice, something. But I hadn't heard from them. It was already October 1st. So I got nervous. This book came out. I rushed out and got a copy on mycomicshop.com after they sold out, and then they restocked, and I got one real quick. So I don't think this book is particularly rare, even though it was a big fuss about it when it was announced. Just because it's a cool Adam Hughes cover. And my feeling on Adam Hughes covers is a lot of them are not great, but some of them are fantastic. And this one falls somewhere in that range. It's better than good. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. I like it a lot. And usually ones that are this good will down the road hold value at least $20 and usually $30, and then maybe even more if the book turns out to be more popular. I thought the story was great. I thought the art, I got a chance to open it and read it because I'm like, well, I got another copy coming. It should also be near mint. So I cracked this one open, read the story. I thought the art was really good. I was pretty impressed. And I think it's just going to be a short run. So not like ongoing forever. And I think some of the other covers that they're going to come out with are going to be pretty fantastic as well. So this is probably going to be a run that I pick up. A lot of people went for the Virgin variant, but man, I love the trade dress on this. I love the little Stephen King quote and the hard case crime, and then it says Gun Honey. I think that's fantastic. I think it's super good. So very pleased with that. Thanks again, Southern Comic Geek, for turning me on to this one, that it was coming out. Other people posted it as well, but his was the first I saw. I went out, I bought it right away, and then by the time other people got around to posting it, I had already owned one, so I was happy about that. Then I just went through their Adam Hughes covers that were coming out for that month, so I picked them all up. And here is Deathstroke Inc. #1. Pretty generic book. The cover looks great though. I like Black Canary. I think that's a fantastic cover for her. And I like all the extra faces you get. Adam Hughes gives you some extra art in the back. So good stuff. Fishnets, can't go wrong on a comic book. In person fishnets, you can often go wrong. Remember that. So, so there you go. The interior was okay. I didn't bother reading the story. It looked pretty crappy. And the art didn't look great either. Speaking of which, Black Widow #11. I have to say that I've been pretty disappointed with Adam Hughes' run on Black Widow as a cover artist. Most of them have been forgettable at best. and a lot of them just really subpar even for him, but they're subpar just period, you know. And I think he's a great artist when he wants to be, and then sometimes when he gets into the runs, I think he just gets pretty lazy with it and doesn't. Not every cover he's trying to make wow. This cover he tried to make wow, and he succeeded. It's absolutely perfect. It's a perfect cover. Black Widow, just so good. It's just really, really good. I love it. So I love how the gun smoke leans into the neckline. It's so, you don't know if you can call it a neckline when it's that low, the plunging neckline. And then I love the Black Widow necklace. And she's got, see if we can focus in on that. Isn't that cool? So very cool. I love his heavy, thick lines that he uses. Bracelet's cool. The gun looks great. Just did an absolutely fantastic job on that. That'll be one that holds value over time. Probably his best Black Widow cover. Although I can't think of too many others that he's done, but I'm sure there's plenty other than the ones that are in this run. It's definitely the best, hands down, no doubt about it. Blows the others away. So very pleased with that. Glad he gave us a good one before this run was over. It's really good. So happy to have that. Interior art crap on this book. Who is it? De La Torre. It's just terrible. I mean, it's exactly the kind of art that I've come to disdain in Marvel. Just lazy, blocky, cartoonish looking, and not good cartoonish, but like Ben 10 universe cartoon, if you guys remember that. Like just ugly lines and very, very animated looking. It's just terrible, the art on that. So then Vampirella, or Vampyverse, sorry about that. Vampyverse #1, which is Vampirella. This comic probably falls into his not so great. It looks better online than it did in person, in my opinion. It looks okay. It's Adam Hughes, you can tell, so that looks a little better. But yeah, Vampirella, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. The interior is terrible. The story is convoluted and super short. It's got more advertisements and crap in here than, it's not even like a full issue. So this totally sucked. And that's kind of why people are like, oh, you need to buy more modern books and stuff. And I'm like, man, the stories are just so terrible. And when I read a bad story from the Silver Age, it kind of has a little bit of a nostalgic feel, and it's kind of fun. And when I read a bad story from the Bronze Age, it brings me back to my youth, and I like seeing the advertisements and everything. So when I read through those books, I have multiple ways to receive joy from them. But when I read a modern book with modern advertisements, modern politics and writing, and modern art on the interior, is nothing for me to grab hold of to enjoy. So that's why a lot of the modern books I pick up are really just cover buys. And then when I go to read books, I read stuff in the back catalogs, which I really enjoy. So, all right, so there it is. Golden Apple Comics. They did a great job. Shipping was perfect. It was quick. Tracking numbers, everything. They sent me the invoice for the rest of it. It was just like $7 to ship it all. No problem there. And everything came in nice and neat. So I have to give them an A+ for Golden Apple Comics. I thought that they handled it very well, and the website was easy to navigate. And just know that if you're going to do combined shipping, you got to spend over $100 before the order ships. So good luck with that. I know a lot of you have $200, $300 pull lists every week, so it shouldn't be hard to do. So pretty cool. I'm pretty sure it was out of the West Coast. So, all right. Well, we'll catch you next time on BUB'S World. Remember to read a comic, maybe not a modern book, but this one was good. So read this comic for sure. Read a comic and don't apologize for the glare. Bye-bye.